Myself, Delona Matthew. I am from St. Joseph Training College, Manana. I hope everyone is safe and staying at home. So today we will discuss about the other area other than the social science. How many of you interested in painting or drawing? Very good. So today we will discuss about the one of the major paintings in India. That is Kalankari painting. What is Kalankari painting?
Here we can see different pictures of Kalankari painting. Kalankari is a type of hand printed or hand block printed cotton textile. Kalankari refers to the ancient style of hand painting that is done with a tamarind pen using natural dyes. Literal meaning of Kalankari is kalam, which means pen and kari, which refers to craftsmanship which is derived from a Persian word. Motifs drawn in this ancient art of kalamkari includes flowers, peacock. Kalankari was born out of an art of storytelling. In ancient times, people used to travel from village to village and told stories. Kalankari is a 3000-year-old art form practiced in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. It is a highly popular art form in which the legacy of the ancient form of arts has been passed on from. In modern times, traditional techniques have been replaced by digital techniques. Nowadays, in India, silk, mulmul, cotton, and synthetic sarees are also sold with Kalankari print. Kalankari Historically, Kalankari used to be known as Pattachitras, an art form still found in India and Nepal. The term Pattachitra comes from Sanskrit, where Patta means cloth and Chitra means picture. Paintings made on fabric and fabric scroll is mentioned in ancient Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain literature. During the Mughal era, this art of Kalankari got its recognition. Kalankari is a very detailed and complicated painting that results in beautiful and elegant designs. Kalankari designs and colors are very vibrant and bright. After being world famous, the artists modernized Kalankari designs and came up with new ideas and themes. These artisans came up with innovative ideas highly influenced by Persian motifs. The most eminent Kalankari craft evolved with the patronage of the Mughals and the Golconda Sultanate. Kalankari literally means a form of painting the cotton fabrics with a kalam, that is pen, made from a sharp and pointed bamboo nibbed applicator that regulates the flow of color on the fabric. The Kalankari art form specifically depicts epic tales from Hindu mythology such as Ramayana or Mahabharata. It also depicts Buddha and Buddhist art forms. As an art form, it found its peak in the wealthy Golconda Sultanate, Hyderabad, in the Middle Ages. The Mughals, who patronized this craft in the Coromandel, called the practitioners of the craft as Kwalamkas, from which the term Kalankari evolved. In India, there are two unique styles of Kalankari art, namely Srikalahasti and Machilipattanam. Srikalahasti style of Kalamkari style, in which the pen or the kalam is used for freehand drawing and filling in the colors, is a complete handwork art. Machilipattanam style of Kalankari craft involves vegetable dyed block painting of a fabric. It was registered as one of the geographical from Andhra Pradesh under the handicraft. In Machilipattanam style, Kalankari designs are generally printed with hand-curved blocks with intricate details printed by hand. On the other hand, Srikalahasti styles include Kalankari inspired from Hindu mythology and describes the scenes from the epics. Kalankari designs are also emerged based on the stories where it is created. Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh are the two prime states where two different types of Kalankari designs are. Now we are moving The process of Kalamkari painting.
To make a Kalamkari painting was a process of at least 42 steps, which included different washes, bleach, stamp, Kalamkari and coloring using natural dyes. But in modern generation friends, as the steps are simplified, so is the painting. So I'm going to do this 42 steps Kalamkari painting in very easy and few steps by using the already available color for the fabric, which is from Fevicryl. It's written acrylic color, but you can also use it on fabric, leather, terracotta and wood. And next, as a cloth, I'm going to use a simple cotton cloth. I bought just a meter of cream color cotton cloth for ₹90 and few fine hair brushes. I'm going to use a round hair brush number 2, number 1, number 0 and number 00. Okay? And friends, all the materials needed to make this beautiful Kalamkari painting are listed in the description box below with their links from where you can also buy them. So enjoy this painting friends. First of all friends, I'm going to dip my piece of cloth into water and keep it there for at least 1 hour. In this way, you have to dip it completely as this is a new cloth. After 1 hour, I'll remove the cloth, squeeze it just a little bit, and then I'm going to put it to get dry. Now here I have put the cloth to get dry, so it will get dry in about 1 to 2 hours. Now friends, my cloth piece has got dried up completely, so I'm going to put it on my table under which there is a cloth, and we are going to iron it. And now I'll iron the cloth. So in the same way friends, I'm going to iron the whole piece of cloth. Well, now friends, my ironing is finally completed and you can see the fabric is straight without any wrinkles. So this is my reference friends, which I'm going to use for this painting, and these are my yellow carbon paper. So first of all, I'll place the carbon paper sheets exactly on place where I want it to be. Then using tape, I'll secure each one of them with the cloth and also each other in this way, because it's a huge piece and we are going to need 4 carbon papers. So I'll stick all of them with the cloth in this way, smooth all the tops, and then finally on it I'm going to place my reference and then secure my reference with the tape on the cloth. You can also use pin. Okay friends, so now all my sides of the reference, the carbon paper and cloth are secured. If you want, you can cut the extra piece of cloth which is not required. And now I'm going to start the tracing part. Using a pen, you have to go all over the design in this way so that your design is traced on the fabric. Tracing is a bit time-taking process friends, so I'm going to complete it myself and then I'll show you how the tracing has come up. Okay, so now friends, this is how our tracing part looks when the whole tracing is finally completed. It is very faint and that would be the best because it won't leave any colors then. Now friends, I'm going to use a black acrylic color and going to do all the lining and the designing part using the black color in this way. So friends, each time we have to take black paint so that we do this thin lines and the design is properly proportionate. So now friends, the Kalamkari part is finally completed and this is how our painting looks. You can see how fine linings I have done on this painting. So now friends, we are going to start the coloring part, and for that we are going to use Fevicryl acrylic colors, which can be also done on fabric. So now I'm going to start the coloring part. First of all friends, I'm going to use a 031 Brunt Sienna from Camel Fabrica, and using a very thin hair brush, I'm going to start coloring the branches. So in the same way friends, I'm going to do brown color on all the branch part. Now friends, after coloring all the branches, I'm going to start coloring the leaves. So I'm directly going to use olive green color, and I will be coloring the half part of leaf using olive green, and then I'm going to make a lighter shade by combining olive green with white and color the rest half of the leaf. Now friends, in the same color, I have mixed just a little bit of white and yellow to obtain this kind of color, and the next half of the leaf I'm going to color using this color. So friends, in the same way, I'm going to color all the leaves and branches, and then I'll show you how does it looks. Okay. Now friends, I'm going to color this lotus, and for that I'm using pink color. This is pink 15 from Camel Fabrica. And now I'm using a little bit of white mixed with pink for doing the shading. Now just wet your brush and bright the parts to bring it down. First use the dark color, then wipe your brush and take the lighter color, which is the light pink. Start it from the top, bring it downwards, then again wipe your brush, dip it into water, and then start mixing both the colors. So in this way friends, you have to do the shading part of this lotus. Now friends, I'm going to use yellow orch color to color this part. Now friends, I'm going to use orange color to do the coloring. Now friends, we are going to start coloring the peacock feathers. For that, first of all, I'm using yellow orch, and according to the design I'm going to see and I'm going to color. Now friends, I'm going to use orange color to fill up this part of the feather. So friends, in the same way I will be coloring all the parts, and then I'll show you how does it looks. Okay. Now friends, I'm going to color this flower, and for that I'm using purple color. I'll apply it in the half part of the petal, and then I'm going to use a little bit of white and start mixing it with the purple to give it a shading. First of all, I'm going to use purple color. Do it from the bottom part. I'll do it only on the half petal. Then I'm going to wipe my brush and use white color, color it from the top side. Then wipe out my brush again using a cloth, and then start mixing both the colors. Now friends, I'm going to use magenta color and do the shading part. You have to just press your brush and swipe it down. And now I'm going to use yellow orch color to color this part of the flower. Now I'm using just a little bit of magenta to do a little bit of shading highlight to the tip of the flower petal. Now friends, I'm going to use chrome yellow color to color these berries. Now friends, I'm going to start coloring these small flowers, and for that, first of all, I'm going to use pink color. And then I'm using white color and mixing with it to give it a shading. First of all friends, I'm going to use pink color and color the inside part using it. Then wipe out my brush and take white color, place it on the next half. Then wipe my brush again and then mix both the colors. I'm going to do the same and repeat it on all the flower parts. Now friends, I'm going to color the leaves at the border. So first of all friends, I'm using a mixture of orange and vibrant brown to color the leaf. And then friends, I'm using brown to do the shading part with it. So friends, in the same way, I'm going to complete all the detailing parts and then I'll show you how does it looks. Okay. So friends, this is how beautiful our kalamkari painting looks when it is finally completed, and I have framed it using a wooden brown color border. It really looks authentic and completely Indian.
Today, the Kalangari art for sale is available in leading exhibitions that display and promote Indian handicrafts. In modern times, the handwork is replaced by digital. Kalangari is an intricate art form and requires a tedious technique in its making, because of which the art of Kalangari was losing its shine. With the emergence of high quality machine, looms and acceptance for printed textiles, Kalangari art came on the verge of extinction. However, printed Kalangari has a new craze among the current generation, as it is a combination of traditional and modern trends. Fashion industry came together to revive this art and helped artisans of Andhra Pradesh for practicing this art. Kalangari sarees, Kalangari dresses and Kalangari blouses are a huge running trend. Several fashion designers beautifully portrayed Kalangari sarees on fashion runways and got a great response. Kalangari these days is not restricted to do paintings and sarees only. Many fashion attires also have Kalangari prints. Modern outfits are made out of Kalangari print fabrics and are accepted by people of all generations. Due to vibrant Kalangari designs and the use of natural dyes, Kalangari is used as a symbol of region's heritage. Also, many artists produce items of furnishing and fabrics that are made out of Kalangari prints. Based on the video, you should write a paragraph about the importance of Kalangari paintings in the modern context.
I hope you got a clear idea about the Kalangari painting. So students, please make an attempt for making Kalangari painting. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Thank you.